Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Souls Unboxing. If you'd like to know what Transformers toys or collectibles we'll be unboxing next, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell button. A new year means new collaborative projects are announced and even on the way, and we've just received a new one to kickstart the new year. This is what we'll be unboxing this week. Transformers Collaborative Star Wars The Mandalorian and One Starfighter from Hasbro. First, let's talk about the Star Wars The Mandalorian series. Star Wars The Mandalorian, or most of us simply call it Mando, is a TV series that takes place 5 years after Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi event. The basic premise is for one of the lone Mandalorian bounty hunter, Din Djarin, starring fan favorite Pedro Pascal, to safely protect and escort an infant back to his own kind while trying not to break any of the Mandalore code, including not to take off his helmet and reveal his face to others. But we all know how the story goes. And everything happens in the same Star Wars universe and canon timeline, which means we get to see many of the familiar faces across different media, including Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, and Luke Skywalker. 3 seasons have been aired since 2019 with 24 episodes in total, and there's one final movie in production to wrap up the series. The series have become so famous and popular, not just because Pascal proves to be the best father figure of the series that grants him the title Papi Pedro or Papi Pascal, but also because of the introduction of the ever adorable Baby Yoda, I mean the child, and later revealed as Grogu, to make the hair-raising adventure some breathing room. And of course, it's one of the most successful Star Wars series production ever made. Let's forget about Acolyte for now. The M1 Starfighter is Mando's main vehicle to help him and Grogu travel through the galaxy. This is the same model as Anakin's Naboo M1 Starfighter that he piloted in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, except with different color schemes. Both are two-seaters, but Anakin's one is to place a droid inside as co-pilot, while Mando's one is to house Grogu and give him the best view. And this collaborative project is based on Mando's M1 Starfighter. Let's have a look at the packaging first. As with most of the Transformers collaborative projects so far, this Transformers collaborative Star Wars The Mandalorian M1 Starfighter doesn't adopt the traditional rectangular form factor as well, but rather, an interesting cockpit-like shape. Good thing about this is we can look into the overall contents at a glance. Not so good is it's hard to stack. Not a big deal. The M1 Starfighter is already transformed into the Starship mode, and we can have a peek of the effect parts at the corner. The front side of the box and the sides as well resembles the control inside the Starfighter, which is a very nice touch. And when we turn to the back, we can see that the Starfighter can transform between character mode and Starship mode in 37 steps. Not only does it have all the different effect parts for the backpack, weapon, afterburners, but also a shield and a cape that can transform into a stand too. That's a very comprehensive package. Let's take out all the contents for a further look. Just give me one moment. Okay, it's honestly it's a quite strange packaging design, but that's alright. So we have everything taken out from the box, including the main figure slash starship, all the accessories, and the instruction menu. Let's take a look at them one by one, starting with the Starfighter. The transformed M1 Starfighter is quite accurate to what has been imagined in the show, including all the gray, silverish color scheme, some weathering effects on the yellow stripes, and the dual cockpit design. We have the main one at the front and the dome one just right behind it. Interesting enough, when we open the dome and see closely, just give me one moment. There's a hole at the bottom. Does that mean we can put a Grogu figurine inside? Is Hasbro planning to release some sort of add-on accessories for this? Time will tell. For the blast effects, we can put the two big ones for the afterburners. Attach the blaster on the side. And then add the blast effect at the like this. And then we have these two. Oh. Let's just see. Here you go. So we can insert the other two for the two guns at the front. And like we've just mentioned, we can transform the cape and combine it with the shield to form the stand for the Starfighter. Let me just see. I need the menu. It's actually quite tricky. I'll just try it later. But we can still use the stand accessory and put on the shield first, and then insert at the bottom. Like this, with or without the cape. Still a nice display. Now let's transform the M1 Starfighter into character mode. Let's go. So from M1 Starfighter to Mandalorian in 37 steps. It actually involves more steps than we originally thought. Let's have a detailed look at the figure and articulations. The transform figure is about 7.5 inches tall, and this is actually quite tall compared to some of the Transformers figures. To accommodate the appearance of the Starfighter, Mando looks a bit wider and bulkier, which we can definitely live with. The fists and some of the exposed leg parts use matte brown coloring to mimic the cloth texture in the Mando suit, while the gray parts resembles the look of Beskar, an alloy that is one of the strongest metals in the Star Wars galaxy and is used to build the Mando's armor. Wish they could use some more silverish paint though. The head part is just like Mando's signature helmet, and we can rotate the head very easily with some slight tilting. The two arms inherit the two tails from the afterburners, and they are now part of the exaggerated shoulder armor. We can bend the arms to about 90 degrees, which is enough to strike some action poses. We can place the end of the M1 Starfighter as a weapon in one hand, to get this one off, and the blaster on the other, like this. This blaster looks pretty much the same as the one carried by Mando as his main weapon. For the legs, hold on tight. We can bend and swing on the side with adjustable ankle joints so we can place the figure on flat surfaces. And still remember all the effect parts. We can insert these two on the backpack. And then take one for the blaster, the longer one for the right hand armor. So now he's dual wielding weapons like this. And we can give the translucent blue cape back to Mando to place on the back. And lastly, we can put the big shield on the left hand. Now, everything's complete. So that's it for this episode of Cells Unboxing. If you enjoyed this unboxing video, please give us a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and share with others who like Transformers and the Mandalorian series. I know some Transformers fans are not a big fan of such kind of collaborations, as they find they are not going anywhere close to either of the franchises, but if we look at the brighter side, we tend to appreciate the creativity of the design team to make the impossible possible. At least we can get to see how they can retain the shape of the vehicle modes while still being able to transform into respective robot modes. We already have some more new Transformers toys lining up to unbox with you, so stay tuned, even this one may not be your cup of tea. See you all next time. Remember, this is the way.